Don't give the rounds away, Nolito. Okay? Okay, don't give the rounds away. Okay, keep it cool. Keep moving side to side. Okay, you gotta do it. You gotta win this 2 rounds. Don't give them away. As soon as you land punches, you're hurting them, Nolito. Come on, you gotta see that too. You see it? Okay then. Let's pick it up. 2 fucking rounds is all we got. Okay? 2 rounds is all we got. Don't give rounds away. You let him throw too many punches and you're not coming back. Okay? Let's go.
Bucks numbers in the 10th. Donaire 28 out of 50. Vazquez 22 of 61. Donaire an 18-13 advantage in power shots. Landed some heavy stuff down the stretch as he was trying to knock Vazquez out. He's already put the fight away on Harold Letterman's scorecard, barring a knockout disaster. Once again, to Vazquez's credit, he's pressing forward in the face of heavy punishment and trying to find a way to change the circumstances of the fight, even though it's very late.
Very good defense too, yes.
Wilfredo Vazquez Sr. wasn't particularly interested in his son becoming a fighter. At the moment when Wilfredo Vazquez Jr. determined that he was going to leave free law school and attempt this, his father said, "You have to train with me for an entire year before I will let you go into the ring with somebody." Vazquez Jr. fulfilled the prerequisite, satisfied his father that he could do this, and the result has been an excellent professional career, including a world title.
And he's fighting a good fight tonight, even though he may lose his fight in Musaki. He's fighting a very credible fight that I would ever have to see him considering one of the top fighters in the world at the 122-pound weight division.
Headbutt. Accidental head. No blood. A lot of people think of Donaire as a relatively new star, but he's 29 years old. Hasn't lost a fight since his second professional fight back in April of 2001. It's been nearly 11 years. Unbeaten over that span, knockout win over Victor Chinian, the tremendous knockout win over Montiel. As we mentioned, he's risen to the top 5 pound for pound.
We gotta get this round, all right? Okay, Nolito? Let's go. Let's pick it up, Nolito. He cannot handle you. Let's go, Nolito. Finish strong this round. Listen to me. Let's go, Nolito. Let's finish strong.
Last round. Last up. He's robbing. He's taking the fight. Taking the fight away. Come on, lively, lively. Lively, papito. Close your eyes. Drink water.
Último round.
It's the last round.
Rachel Donaire watching at ringside. Last round upcoming. Donaire has landed 204 punches in the fight by Tommy Buck. Only 148 for Vazquez. Donaire with 128-50 edge in power connects. In the last 2 rounds, Donaire has landed 57 punches. His 2 highest connect rounds of the fight. Softening Vazquez up to try to produce the big knockout in the 12th. We'll see. Donaire dancing now from side to side. He's shown all the elements of his game tonight, Emmanuel.
Yes, he got hit with a few right hands, you know, along the way too. Vazquez did hit him with some right hands that he didn't counter. He just was hitting them. But I think he's still shown that he has enough control, and he feels at least, in the fight that he can do what he wants, pretty much how he wants, without being in the danger of being hurt by Vazquez.
Well, I think he's shown that he's a really good fighter. This is a good win for him. But I'm not ready to bronze him yet. He hasn't knocked me out, or Vazquez for that matter. But you want to see him take on maybe some of the real featherweights out there and see what happens.
You know, I would like, even though he may not stay in that weight, I would love to see him and Gamboa, what Gamboa stated. That were two well-coordinated guys, brilliant amateur backgrounds, punching. That would be a brilliant fight I would love to see.
Are you officially the trainer of Yuriorkis Gamboa now?
Yes, but even without being a trainer, I'm just speaking as a fan. I would love to see Gamboa and him fight at 126. If he goes up to 26 and Gamboa stays at 26, that would be a very entertaining fight.
I totally agree, because everybody thinks that Gamboa has potential top pound-for-pound type talent, and certainly has potential top pound-for-pound type speed.
Okay, let's go.
Robert Garcia has now told our interpreter, Jerry Olaya, that Nonito Donaire has hurt his right hand. And so perhaps that affects the question of whether he tries for a knockout here. You know, Sergio Martinez lost considerable luster when he went 11 rounds and got his nose bloodied against Darren Barker. He also produced the late knockout that sort of redeemed it a little bit.
Look, this kid has been put under the microscope because of the hype and hope in him. Made the number 4 or 5 pound-for-pound fighter in the world, etc. And so the expectations have to be high. And very often the question is, yes, did you win, but did you live up to expectations or even exceed them?
And for everyone who's been so excited about the prospect of what Donaire can do at featherweight, for instance, at 126, did his inability to knock out Vazquez raise questions at 122? Or was it a tremendous performance against an all-around terrific fighter?
Yeah, I think Vazquez fought a very tight defensive fight, very careful, very cautious, but still fight just offensive enough to make it interesting.
So they complete the 12 rounds. And Harold, how'd you have the scorecard at the end of the fight?
117, 109, 9 rounds to 3, Nonito Donaire. I mean, I just think Wilfredo Vazquez just didn't do enough, in all honesty. Nonito Donaire landed the harder punches, got an extra point in round 9 for the knockdown, got an extra point in round 3 because he won it very, very big. Totally dominated the fight. I gave Vazquez the 12th round, but all in all, it was a Donaire performance, no doubt.
I had it 8 rounds to 3 of 1 even.
Harold, who are the official judges?
Okay, Jim. Tonight we have Dr. Ruben Garcia. He is a physician. He doesn't practice medicine. He's been judging forever. He's a pretty darn good judge. I like him very much. He's from South Texas. Levi Martinez, my hero for that decision. He voted for Matthew Macklin in a fight with Felix Sturm in Germany. And you know, I've watched that numerous times. Matthew Macklin definitely won the fight, didn't get the decision. So Levi Martinez is a real good judge. Don Trella from Connecticut, somebody that I had a lot to do with getting into boxing. He's been judging 11 years, 57 years old, judged all over the world. He judges in New York and Connecticut, very steady, always has the right decision. Good judge.
Rachel Donaire, waiting at ringside for the official decision and waving to our camera. Thank you, Rachel. There's Nonito, who had a spirited discussion, as you saw in the center of the ring, with Wilfredo Vazquez. It certainly appeared for a while as though they weren't any closer friends than they had been at the beginning of the evening, but eventually the obligatory hug, a sign of respect. Here's Donaire holding out his hands And it appears there's blood on the left hand. We were told it was the right hand that was hurt. Apparently we misinterpreted, or it was casually wrong, but the bottom line is it appears it is the left hand which has somehow been damaged in the fight. And now let's go to Michael Buffer and find out the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds here at the Alamo Dome, we go to the scorecards. Ruben Garcia scores it 115 to 112 for Wilfredo Vazquez. Levi Martinez scores it 117 to 110 for Nonito Donaire. Don Trella scores it 117-110 to the winner by split decision, the Filipino Flash, Nonito Donaire.
Well, there was one fascinating scorecard there, considering that Donaire scored a knockdown of Vazquez and had gotten a 10-8 round from Harold Letterman earlier in the fight after a violent assault in the corner that almost knocked Vazquez out. It's fascinating that Ruben Garcia had Vazquez winning the fight 115-112. That would take some interpretation to figure out. But Trella and Martinez both have it 117-110, and so it becomes a split decision victory for Nonito Donaire, who landed 68 more punches, threw 8 more punches, landed at a 42% connect rate, which is exceptionally high. Power punches, even more one-sided. Landed 91 more power punches, threw 82 more power punches, landed 60%, and yet was seen by one of the 3 judges to have lost the fight. Punch Zone will show us where those punches were landing throughout the fight. And on the left, you see Donaire and where Vazquez's punches landed against him. 136 to the head, 24 to the body. And then on the right, you can see that upstairs, Vazquez took many more shots. 207 punches landed to his head, 24 to the body, for a total of 231. And now, Larry Merchant stands by in the ring with the winner, Nonito Donaire.
Thank you, Jim. Congratulations, Nonito. Split decision. Were you surprised by that? Were you worried when the last decision was announced?
First of all, I want to thank the people here in Alamo Dome, Texas, San Antonio. I love you guys. All the Filipinos that are here, all the Mexicanos that are here, muchas gracias. Puerto Riqueño too. Thank you guys, all the Latinos, thank you, and the Filipinos that are here to give me support. Thank you so much. I love you guys, and thank you for this opportunity.
I did want to know how much you loved everybody. I want to know
to answer your question, you know, I was surprised because, I mean, I played him well. I mean, there was jabs I was landing, but nothing particular that could have taken any rounds. I mean, there was a time that he'd give me something, but I thought I did good enough to win every round.
Every round?
Well, not majority. Let's say majority.
Well, did you hurt your hand? Because it looks hurt. You look like you have blood. And when did that happen?
I think it happened from second to fourth round. I knew it was early when I felt it. And I didn't, you know, for me, I'm a fighter. I'm a warrior, so I'm prepared for anything. But it was early on that I really felt it.
Is it possibly broken?
You know what? I have no idea. There's something wrong with it, that's for sure. It's very painful, and I can move it a little bit, but not as much, you know.
How did you find it fighting a bigger guy for the first time in the featherweight division?
They're definitely more tougher than expected, you know. I thought my power was going to be able to take them down. I just couldn't find the rhythm. You know, maybe I was caught up with all the controversy that went on before, but you know what? I gave all my heart, but definitely the bigger guys are tougher than expected.
So is it going to take a while before you move up to 126 to establish yourself in this division?
Definitely. I think that I gotta, you know, I'm not happy with my performance today. I didn't give the things that I needed to do, but because of the hurdle, the hands, and I couldn't do anything, what Robert's telling me. So we gotta go back to the drawing board, work hard, and do the best that we can as always, and be thankful for everything.
Congratulations again,
sir.
Nonito. Jim?